John fucking sucks. Now that we're off mic, we can say how we truly feel. That guy is fucking ass, right?
I agree, Sean.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Sean. With me today on this beautiful Monday afternoon, I got my co-hosts, Josh and John. Say hello.
Hi.
Depending on a time zone, hello. Good afternoon,
Oh,
good
yeah.
morning, good evening.
In the time zone that fucking matters, America.
There's like a bunch still.
Yeah, there's like 4 different time zones in America.
Yeah, there's
we
also
share
more
one
than
with Canada.
yeah, way more than
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. There's also South America, Central
Mexico.
America.
Yeah.
And I'm saying we're all fucking great is what I'm fucking saying.
Okay.
All other continents.
Good save.
Yeah, yeah.
We're a global
Or
podcast,
that was all part of the joke because, you know, it was a dumb American joke is what it was.
Oh.
You guys didn't catch on to that? Duh.
No.
Sure.
I mean, it wasn't out of the
Yeah.
ordinary for you, I guess. Is
Wow. Okay. Coming in hot on a Monday. Rude.
I didn't say anything.
So I'm not going to lie. You know, we keep all this short now because we throw this all at the end. But I came prepared with more stories than usual because John originally wasn't going to be available. And I was like, well, I got to fill it more. So maybe we get to all of them. Maybe we don't. That's okay. The menu for today, we have from our very own subreddit, r/Reddit on Wiki, a Karen goes on a test drive.
okay.
Hey.
That was from our subreddit, but also got to give a shout out to the user, PR Ground Score Peachy Keen. All right.
Ground
and then
score,
coming
that's a new
from,
one.
Ground score.
yeah, we have ground score, we have mid score, we have sky score. We're trying things out here.
Okay. Interesting.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll see. Coming from r/relationship advice, coming from users Panda, Midscore Monia, Midscore The, Midscore Cat, and Cryptid Ground Score Salamander. We have struggling to stay faithful after we experienced a violent attack together.
Oh,
You would think that you would be closer because you have that shared
trauma.
Trauma?
Yeah. Yeah, you would think
Fucking
so.
think. And then we're going to hit a little ad break in between those. And then when we get back, we have r/petty revenge from user Shawarona. Sister-in-law insulted my kids, so I exposed her.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I. We like a good revenge story.
You've been picking a lot of Shawarona stories, Sean.
A new goat arising, coming for that third
Wow.
spot on, or one of those heads on Mount Rushmore.
They're all fighting for
and
it.
then,
There's a lot of heads in Mount Rushmore.
yeah, I know. Our fans are too good. Also, we should give honor to Mount Rushmore because it's kind of a fucked up
yeah,
Say
ours
that
is,
shit.
if you really fucking think about it. But
ours
anyways,
is anti-racist Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore.
What's the mountain in Naruto with all the Hokages? I don't remember.
I don't watch anime.
I
Damn
don't
it.
know.
But the last story we have found by me
Wow.
Wow,
from
you did work?
r/. Take a guess, guys.
Today I fucked up.
Yep, you fucking betcha. Today I fucked up by being intimate with a medium.
Oh,
Spooky.
some spooky shit.
And if we have time, I saw it was all over our Reddit. There were multiple posts of, does this guy fuck?
There are so many. So many.
There are so many, and it's not a surprise because there are many men not fucking out here. But we got 2 of them. Hopefully we get to them today. I won't give them shout outs until we do it just because we're on a little bit of a time crunch because what's new with me? You know what I mean? So
Late.
let's hop into it. This is coming from our subreddit, but cross-posted actually from r/. Ooh, this is a new one. Fuck you, Karen. Might be a new
Oh.
favorite subreddit.
Okay.
I feel bad for all the Karens out there. Not the mean ones. but
like people actually just named
the
Karen.
cool Karens.
Just
yeah.
just people named Karen.
is
Have y'all seen
unfortunate.
the? I keep seeing this clip from this one show called Shrinking. Shout out the guy who made Scrubs and shout out the guy who made Ted Lasso, Bill Lawrence. He has a new Apple TV show starring Harrison Ford and Jason Segel. It's
Oh,
called
yeah.
Shrinking. And I saw a clip, and it's like a black guy is staying at a house, and then like these two old Karens come up and are like, "Whoa, what are you doing? You don't live here." And then the guy was like, "Actually," and then Jason Segel comes out and is like, "You don't have to defend yourself. You know, they're fucking Karens and blah blah blah." And then a bunch of neighbors come and attack the Karens, and it was heartwarming. You know, you love to see it.
You love to see it.
You do love people fighting racism.
I don't give that clip any justice, but I don't know how to explain it because I don't know the characters' names. But it was very fun. Anyways, we can take all that out. Who cares? I don't know. We are on r/fuck you, Karen. This is a review left by a person named Penny S. You guys want to give a last name for this, Karen?
Penny ass?
S.
Oh, like I thought it was just pain in the ass.
Yeah, it starts with an S. Oh, we can go Penny, pain in the ass.
Pain in the
I like
ass.
that.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, this is her 1-star review of this car dealership. 2 weeks ago was my first time ever going to test drive in a new car. I came in and expressed interest in the specific model, and they were all for it. They took a photocopy of my driver's license, asked if I wanted a rep to come with. I decided no, because I wanted to experience it myself to see what the car could do.
Fair. I'd also be nervous with someone
Yeah.
watching me drive.
I had a wonderful test drive in a new 2022 Impreza Limited with a friend.
Beep. No free promo.
Oh, yeah, no free promos. We were out for a full hour, maybe longer, driving around. It was a good time. I thanked the gentleman who helped me, told him I needed to think a little more and figure out some financing, and I departed. 2 days ago, I had decided I want to try an Outback Limited and a Crosstrek Limited. We can also bleep those out.
Yeah, this is turning into be a lot of work. I'm just going to let
Yeah.
it slide. It's fine.
I apologize. Again, photocopy of driver's license and offer for a rep to come along. Again, I declined. They ended up offering me an Outback Touring XL with turbocharge because they didn't have a turbocharged Limited.
Does anyone know what the fuck that means? When
I don't know what any of these
I
are.
just know
turbocharge
cars
LT. Like, I'm like, is it manual or automatic? Because I can't do manual.
Car go vroom
Yeah.
is all I know.
Same.
I accepted and we headed out. We ended up driving in an area with no cell signal. And since it was right around lunchtime, my friend and I decided to stop for something to eat. Again, in an area with no signal. When we
Okay.
come out of the dead cell spot, I find numerous calls and texts. They had contacted my home. They had contacted the police. The rep who had let us test drive the car, a woman with a name starting with an E, was furious that we had taken the car out for 2 hours.
Oh,
That's a pretty long time.
I was in shock and started bawling my eyes out. My friend had to do all the talking and got my boyfriend on the line to help me drive to the dealership without totally breaking down. When we arrived, there was a police cruiser there. My friend got out of the car first as I was shaking horribly. I was so terrified, I couldn't stop crying. I just gave the guy the keys and they looked it over as their entire staff came out. I sorta just wandered as my friend told them clearly that we had never been told about the 10-minute time limit. The police officer called me over by name and informed me that the dealership could press civil charges against me as I continued to cry. The manager commented that it was the most expensive car they had on the lot and that I had put way more miles than I thought possible on it. At least their mechanic was semi-nice, just saying that he needed to put it on the rack to check it out. They even popped the hood as if to check if the engine was still there. I remember something about their parting words to me being something like, making sure this doesn't happen again, and I swore up and down that this would never happen again because I would never come back there. I drove away and found an empty office space and just continued to cry in shock and fear. Why did they need to threaten a sobbing woman who was already horrified about her mistake is beyond me. I ended up crying myself to sleep when I got home. If they have rules on what we're supposed to do on a test drive, I should have had to sign something agreeing to those rules.
Usually you do.
Some people, yeah, that's what I thought.
Anyway.
and usually someone will test ride it with you like a rep.
I mean, they offered and they
Yeah.
said no.
I've also done it where I just drive it myself. Like
Oh.
when I test drive a car. So you can do it by yourself.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Did you have to sign something though?
This was years ago. I think so. I'm pretty sure. But like also you give your license and I'm pretty sure you sign something to like
Yeah.
take it out. I'm pretty sure. But anyway.
Some people might say that it's just common sense, but if that's the case, why wasn't I in trouble for being gone an hour 2 weeks prior? If I had known the rules going in, I would have followed them. It just so happened to be that we were in a spot with no cell service. I didn't know. How am I supposed to follow the rules if they're not communicated to me? But now I know I'll never return to this dealership. And the only reason I'm going to be getting a blank car is because I freaking love that car and I desperately want one now. Not only did they fail to tell me what they wanted, but they freaking bullied me and used scare tactics on me when I was already shaking and crying after I brought the car back. They'll never see me again.
So I'm torn. Like 2 hours is ridiculous for a test drive. Even an hour the week before is
I'd assume
ridiculous.
that shit has been stolen.
Yeah, 2 hours is way too long. But yeah, as someone who's not a fan of like dealerships, because they're definitely a scam. They're a scam.
Yeah, they're predatory for sure.
And I know Josh going on about landlords and
what's
and
not a scam, Josh?
Yeah. So I don't like dealerships, but I can see why they would imagine it was stolen, especially since it's the most expensive one. And you've been gone for 2 hours. You're not answering your phone. What else are they supposed to think? That's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, I mean, you're allowed to be upset if they didn't explain the rules properly. But also, I don't think you need to test drive for 2 hours. I think that's an insane amount of time.
A couple blocks, you'd know if you like this car or not.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane to me to have a lunch break during a test drive. That's
insane.
Crazy.
I forgot about that part.
Wild energy. Oh, man. We had no cell service, but we were like, fuck it. Let's have lunch.
Yeah,
that's just crazy.
It's the perfect spot to just stop with the car that's not ours.
Not ours, right?
That's
There's a slight update. Well, not really an update, but the dealership wrote back.
Oh.
They wrote Penelope. Oh, shit. That's a completely different name, right?
Do you read a real name?
I don't know. Whoops. Maybe bleep that out, Josh. Apologies. We thank you for your interest in Subaru. A standard test drive is only 10 to 15 minutes long, not 2.5 hours long.
Oh, 2.5, even longer.
God.
You went out for lunch. You picked up your friend. You went off-roading in a brand new vehicle and added 60 miles onto the odometer. Not to mention the dirt we had to pressure wash off the windows. That's not a test drive. We called you 15 times, sent you multiple text messages, left you voicemails, which all went unanswered before involving the police. At that point, since we didn't know where our car was, the best course of action was to call the local sheriff's department. It's unfortunate, but it was the only thing we were left to do since we did not hear from you for hours. Good luck on your Subaru search.
I honestly don't blame the dealership for doing that shit, because at that point, one of your biggest assets gone for 2.5 hours. I would call the cops too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think they did a shitty job with like the contingency of like what they need to do with those said scenarios. Like what Josh said, you need to have some sort of forums possibly to do that. And like to explain and detail it.
I don't know if they specifically said they did or didn't, but if they didn't, then they definitely should have those.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's an unclear whether they did or not. But they also didn't press charges. So, I mean, really, where's the harm in what they did? They called the police to hopefully,
She's scarred for life. You went off-roading on a fucking
in the middle of nowhere
on a brand new vehicle in a place
wrong
with no
you, Karen?
cell service.
Tripping.
Truly wild behavior.
Yeah, and 60 miles is pretty far, isn't it? That's like
it is.
over 100 kilometers. That's crazy. That's
Holy
so
shit,
fucking
yeah.
far.
Sean's brain right now.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just going to agree.
How much is that?
I think I was just guessing. I think it's around that.
How much
but,
that is.
but yeah, that is unhinged behavior. And then to write like a review and then publish
and rate
it.
them 1 star.
There's so much shit happening. You picked up your friend, you got lunch, you called your boyfriend and waited for him to drive you back to the dealership. God damn. Insane behavior.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Oh, man.
All right, we're moving on to a kind of a sad one.
Oh, God. Here it goes.
Apologies, guys.
Oh, no.
Not oops, all sad. The first one was the Karen story. That was funny.
True.
I don't know what you classify that as. Oops, all dumb.
Sean's like the official depressing host. You give us.
I had 2 sad episodes. Most of the time, I'm doing today. I fucked up with anal plugs and shit. It's it's the variety of life. You know what I
But
mean?
your stories are like, oh fuck, I need to stop after this.
Honestly, the Dyson one was not on me, guys. That was on the subreddit. They wanted to hear it.
Wikimaniacs.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
wanted you to be sad.
Yeah. Like you said, they love when you do the puns because they like seeing the soul being sucked out of my eyes.
It was funny seeing the comments on that episode, just being really like, this is a lot for a Monday.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, you tell us. We
yeah,
had to
we're-
sit 40 fucking minutes listening to that shit.
Yeah, Wednesday at like 10 p.m. here. I was like,
Crying.
I gotta go to bed after this.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's get into another sad story,
Wow.
guys. This is this is posted by both Panda. I'm just gonna say the whole. Well, no.
Pandemonium the cat.
Yeah, Pandemonium the cat and Cryptid Salamander from Relationship Advice. This is struggling to stay faithful and remain attracted to my wife after we experienced a violent attack together.
I know it's not a Friday episode, but definitely asshole.
Yeah,
Obviously,
we're
yeah.
gonna be mad for sure.
Yeah, that is. I can't even imagine why you would be unattracted to your wife after this would happen, but it can't be a good reason.
You're gonna hear it and be even more mad because the reason is so terrible.
Lovely. You know how
Here
I
we
love
go.
to get mad.
Yeah, famous mad Canadian Josh. All right, I can't talk to anyone about this for obvious reasons. I even tried to speak to a therapist, and they made me feel so low that I haven't gone back since. Red
I'm
flag.
sure that's what they do.
And Reddit's gonna help, sure.
Red flag. I mean,
Yeah.
there are definitely bad therapists out there. Not every therapist is for
Sure.
every patient.
But also,
for-
sometimes therapy is going through the hard shit and being told the truth and like really taking a look at yourself in the mirror. And if you don't like what you're looking at, that's not the therapist. That's
it's
you,
not
my
it's
guy.
not on the therapist. Hard agree.
Yeah.
All right. My wife and I have been together for 6 years, married for 3. We currently have a bundle of joy on the way, and she's about 5 months along. My wife was always on the fence about having kids, but I was adamant about wanting them. And now that it's becoming so real, I'm not so sure.
Oh,
anymore.
you piece of fucking
Piece of fucking shit.
Oh,
God.
We just want to talk. Like, we really just want to talk.
you can end it
Like,
there. I'm already mad enough.
Show up in an alley somewhere. I might stab you a couple times.
I won't do that. I'm not a violent person, but I will belittle you until you feel like a small, insecure man that you are.
I hope you find this podcast and you fucking feel shittier than you already did because this guy deleted his post. He was shamed so bad.
You little
Anyways,
I'm angry today. I'm sorry. I had a long day.
no, you're good, bro. I feel like I've been on autopilot, and after spending this whole week buying baby stuff, I just need to figure it out. Anyways, and that's the whole besides the point, which is wild.
Wow, that is already shitty.
Yeah. Last year, my wife and I were at the park relaxing like we do almost every weekend, and someone yelled at us for speaking in my native language, parentheses Korean. My wife is trying to learn too because she's not Korean or Asian at all, but only wants to speak Korean at home to make sure our family is fully bilingual and that they don't lose their culture.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Good on
She
you.
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
We were practicing out loud and sharing a snack, and this guy just walks up to us out of nowhere with wild and racist bullshit. He kicked our food, and there was some arguing, and while I was calling the police, I turned my back. He tried to hit me with a large rock.
Damn.
Holy shit.
My wife jumped in between and ended up taking the full force of the hit, which literally busted her forehead open and knocked her out cold for almost a minute. I rushed my wife to the hospital, and the guy ran off, parentheses, was eventually caught by the police a few weeks later.
Thank God.
My wife needed 14 stitches right across her face and had 2 black eyes and blood in them. Her face was swollen beyond recognition for a few days. Also, when she fell, she messed up an old knee injury, so she got out of the hospital the next day. Her face was half covered in bandages and she was limping. But nevertheless, she was still cracking jokes while in the ER.
She's a trooper.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
real.
I don't know if I'd be
She
joking.
took
after
that massive hit for you and then is still able to be
Keep it
joyous.
light.
Fuck that
Yeah.
shit, yeah. That's
Yeah.
an awesome woman right there.
It sucks that you even had to go through that. That's awful. I know, like, it sounds like you're in America. That's what I would guess. And
Sounds
I
like a
know,
hate crime.
And I was going to say,
Definitely a hate crime.
I know Asian Americans were, during the pandemic.
Heavily targeted.
Yeah, it's awful.
I mean, not to go full America, but there's racism against Asians quite literally in a lot of places. Europe.
Yeah.
Ottawa even had their little truck thing. You know what I mean? So
they just hated everyone that wasn't, anti-vax.
That's true.
But yeah, there's definitely, there's racism everywhere, which is
There's racism on Asians on Asia. So
in Asia.
shit.
True.
After the bandages and stitches came out, she was told she would need to wait at least a year before having her scar surgically fixed. But now that the year has almost passed, I've started hinting at her to start scheduling appointments and such. Because this entire time, I've been struggling with remaining attracted to her.
Fuck you.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
She took not a literal bullet, but she took a fucking rock for you, and you have the nerve to say that shit?
Should have let it hit him.
Boy, I'm gonna throw rocks at you, fool. What the fuck is wrong with you, dog?
But I never told her because I didn't want to be cruel.
What?
She's, fuck this guy.
It's cruel to
You
think
hinting is like subconsciously telling her without telling her.
She's now saying she doesn't think she wants to get anything done because she wants to save money for the baby. I've offered the baby that she technically did not even want, that you forced upon her.
Yeah. And she's had it by now, all right? In the story.
No, I think they get pregnant while he's quote unquote non-attracted because he said it's been almost a year.
This is just the build-up. Holy shit.
This is just the build-up. Yeah.
Okay.
He said it's almost been a year, and then she's also 5 months pregnant. So sometime in the in-between.
Right.
Even though he found her not attractive, they did what they needed to do to make a baby. But she doesn't want to get anything done because she wants to save money for the baby. I've even offered to pay for half of it, and she still hasn't really looked into having anything done.
You paying for half of it is still taking money away from your family.
Right.
That's not going towards the baby.
That's not going to.
She's definitely being practical, and you're just being vain at this point.
Yeah.
It continues to get bad. I've also pushed her meeting back with my parents again because of this, and bringing her less around my friends since it happened.
I fucking hate, man.
This guy's trash. Oh, hot garbage.
Dude.
Here we go. Another part of me is also sort of mad that she did what she did. I feel like half of a man now, and I've had to delete.
Fucking insecurity.
What? I've had to delete myself off of dating apps before making a mistake and channeling it all at the gym. But every time I look at her, I'm reminded of all those feelings.
Hold on.
So
He was on
dating apps?
He's trying to cheat.
Oh no, boy.
He's trying to cheat, and then before he does it, he's like, "Oh, I can't," and then goes to the
you're
gym.
a good guy.
There's your morality.
What a good guy!
Holy
this guy.
shit. What a fucking piece of shit. Your wife is carrying your child right now, took a fucking rock for you, and is nothing but positive the entire time to try and not make you feel bad about it, which is what I assume she's trying to do. And you're just being the worst person. I don't even know.
This is giving me potential patricide vibes, or not patricide, family annihilator vibes, because he's so unhappy about his situation right now.
Well, it's just insecurity, and you can tell it because he's like, I feel like half of a man, and every time I look at my wife, that's what it reminds me of. Go to therapy, talk that shit through, because your masculinity has nothing to do with being assaulted by a racist. You know what I mean? That should not account for how you feel about yourself. You were doing the right thing. You were calling the police, and a real piece of shit attacked your wife. That doesn't make you less of a man. You know what I mean? And so
you did what you needed to do.
Yeah.
And she did what she needed to do. If anything, you should be more attracted to her for fucking protecting your dumb ass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Facts.
I hate this guy.
All right. It continues. Only a little bit left.
Okay.
She hasn't changed a bit besides the scar. She's handled this situation way better than I have, obviously. And somehow, it's making me love her less. This, plus the pregnancy. I don't even know what to do.
The pregnancy you wanted.
Yeah.
You
the
forced
pregnancy you
begged
wanted.
for. I know. Here we go. The audacity on this, man.
Oh,
I thought about asking for a hall pass.
Oh.
But I know without a doubt that she would leave me.
Yeah.
I thought about taking care of my needs on the side so that I can be the man she needs me to be. But I know she will eventually find out and she will hate me and make my life hell, or leave me a single father and I will never hear from her again. I just wished it had never happened, but I really need some other perspective or opinion on this.
I'm sure he got
I
it.
hope
He got
it.
He deleted all of his shit after that. He
the
got
living
fucking
hell out of
owned.
you. And I hope the next rock that hits you is a goddamn meteor because I hate your guts.
Yeah, that is the most toxic masculinity thing I've ever heard. Like, I went through it already where it's like he feels emasculated because his wife took a rock for him. It's like, I mean, she shouldn't have had to do it, first of all.
Yeah.
That was a shitty situation that you guys were put in, and that is awful. But that doesn't, then write off that you're trying to now cheat on your pregnant wife, who you probably pressured into getting pregnant. And then you're spinning it around like, oh, she'll get mad at me if I cheat. Yeah. Would you get mad at her if she cheated on you? Fucking probably. And because that's how relationships work. You're not supposed to cheat on them. So you're being a terrible partner.
Selfish.
A scumbag.
Selfish
Yeah.
fucking prick.
Think of someone else other than yourself, and like you're having a baby, your wife is, not changed at all from this experience, which I mean, I'm sure she has probably under the surface. She's probably, terrified going out, and now she has to deal with your bullshit sneaking around behind her back.
And you constantly talk about like, this is why I keep saying he's so fucking selfish. Not a single time that I heard you talk in this
About how she's
story.
feeling.
Exactly. It's all about your needs. It's all always about you, what you feel. Do you ever consider what the fuck she's feeling right now?
Yeah.
She's been physically assaulted. Her whole life has dramatically changed because of her, appearance wise. Who knows if that did something to her, like neurologically, a blow to the head. And then not only that, you force her into a pregnancy that she probably didn't even want. And now you're saying that you're unattracted to her because of the shit that she did for you that she shouldn't have done. I mean, like what Josh said, it's horrible that this racist did that shit to y'all. That's a terrible situation. But using masculinity as an excuse for all your selfish needs, you're just a shitty partner. Like this woman didn't deserve that, and you don't deserve her, quite frankly. Like this is, I hope she finds this story, sees how much of a scumbag you are, and believes your ass. And when she goes meet around people and she gets to tell her story about her cool fucking scar, hopefully she's gonna be like, you know what? This rock probably did me more solid than good, because now I don't have to deal with this stupid ass husband anymore.
Yeah. It's just the audacity of some men to be like, just think as selfishly as they're thinking, and just about sex. It's just, he's just like, I want to have sex. And it's like, there's so much else to worry about in a relationship. Like, it sounds like she's still like very personable. She's still the woman that you fell in love with.
He said literally nothing has changed besides
Yeah.
how she looks. And that she's
So it's like-
pregnant.
Parents, yeah.
I'm like, dude, this guy is fucking insane.
He's channeling his insecurity into his wife. And it's just,
Right.
I mean, if we had a nickel, we'd be doing this full time, I guess.
We would
But-
be fucking full time. That is correct.
We would be millionaires up there with a bunch of other podcasts. I'm not going to name them.
Unless
They're
you
all
want to do
pretty
collabs
bad.
with us, then we'll name drop if you want to collab. And,
Depends on who, but yeah. Oh,
Can you imagine us on the Rogan podcast? Dude, I don't like you. I don't know what to say.
we're like the same height, guy. Like, come on.
he's in Texas. You guys are not too far.
We are not far. He's right in between John and I.
Yeah. I look
Kinda
like every
Eiffel
person that
Towers
goes
up
on his podcast, so I'd fit right in.
True.
But then he'd be like, wait.
Who are these two other brown guys?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's hit a quick ad break and shave each other's balls. We'll be right back.
Yes.
And we're back. 2 more stories to go, and maybe some bonus does this guy fuck. We'll see. Coming in hot with the third story of the day from r/petty revenge from Shawarona. Sister-in-law insulted my kids, so I exposed her lies.
Hell yeah.
What are
Good
the
on you.
lies?
Sister-in-law is the kind of mom that always has to one-up other kids.
Wait,
She
sister?
I guess like to talk about her kids.
Oh, I understand. I thought you were just
Yeah,
I'm way better than these kids. I could dunk on their asses
Going to playgrounds and just fucking owning kids.
like an 8-year-old. I see you, piece of shit. You're hiding behind that tree. You're not very good at hide and seek. Just bullying them.
The same catchphrase as you, Josh.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
Fuck 'em kids.
You know what? I relate to her.
She constantly talks about how her kids are smarter, taller, faster, etc. than her friends' kids. She literally bragged about them peeing more than her friends' kids when they were babies.
I mean, good on you for good hydration, but sure.
It was worse when my husband and I had our own twins. Suddenly, everything was a competition that her kids always had to win. One of my girls rolled over at 4 months. Her son had rolled over when he was just a week old. Sounds dangerous.
Damn.
Sounds not possible.
The twins took their first steps around 13 months. Her daughter was running at 4 months. She didn't actually start walking until around 16 months.
I was going to say. That sounds not believable.
She even changed the weight of her kids' birth weights, which makes them both heavier than the current heaviest newborn in America.
Wow.
It's so weird that she feels the need to tell such obvious lies, especially to people who know she's lying because they were there when her kids were small. I got annoyed when she went from lying about her own kids to telling me there's something wrong with mine.
Oh, yeah, that's not okay.
My girls are a few months shy of 2 years old, and they're both healthy, on track, and hitting their milestone. But my sister-in-law has become obsessed with the idea that there's something wrong with them because they're not speaking in long sentences. Of course they're not. They're not even 2. They're both developmentally on track, but she insists that her children were speaking in 5 to 6 word phrases by 18 months.
Soliloquies.
Spoiler. Spoiler. They were not. Honestly, her son is almost 7, and I can still barely understand a word that kid says.
Damn.
I like how it started to bullying her kids.
Yeah, you're
Bully those
fucking
kids.
roasting her kids.
This is
Stupid ass.
this story is made for me, Sean.
Little dumb bitch.
All
You
the
gotta, do
kids
that, you, gotta do
suck.
that, you gotta do the hand point so you know it's real. Boy, if you don't.
My husband and I ignored her, but she took it too far when I got a call from her friend who works in early intervention, who was under the impression I was very concerned about my children. We
Ooh.
talked.
Oh, boy.
Never okay to go behind parents'
Yeah.
back to report their kids. That's fucking
Yeah,
awful.
now you're just like policing something that you shouldn't even be policing.
Yeah, but also like kids develop at different times. Like it's okay if they're a little bit behind, and it sounds like your kids aren't, but it's okay to be little bit behind. It's okay to be a little bit ahead. Like kids are all different. Everyone's different. It's going to be development happens at a different time. So it's wild that.
I'm just thinking, unless you see like violence, domestic violence,
Yes.
you just need to worry about your own fucking kids.
Yeah.
You worry about your own business. Anyways, we talked and her friend confirmed that yes, they are on track and no, there isn't anything to worry about. I had finally lost my patience. Hey, her kids were almost breaking every world record there is, and that should be celebrated. We had dinner with my husband's family on Saturday. Kids were in another room, and I decided it was the perfect time to give her my gift.
Ooh.
A booklet I had printed and laminated called the Whiteclaw Book of World Records.
Is their name Whiteclaw? Because that's a drink, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a
It
drink.
is.
I wonder if she just
Seltzer.
was just drinking White Claws while she thought of this idea. I don't know what that has to do with anything so far.
Or they're the Whiteclaw dynasty.
Oh,
Damn.
maybe.
Wow.
Good on you.
Hey, Loki, that's kind of sick, though.
That's a gangsta name.
That is.
Be in my D&D game, dude.
Oh,
The White Claw Dynasty.
good idea.
I want that to be my name. Be like the brownest person in the world. What's your last name? Whiteclaw.
Whiteclaw.
What's your
Take me
first name?
seriously.
Brown.
Brown Whiteclaw.
Brown Whiteclaw.
Shit, all right.
The shit.
I printed all the supposed milestones of her kids. This is a complete fucking roasting of her kids. Anyways. I printed all the supposed milestones of her kids, complete with photos and info of the actual world record holders now that they had been pushed to second place. She flipped through the first couple of pages, went beet red, and called me an asshole. Her husband took it from her and got through the first page before laughing hysterically and
Yo, the husband is Loki in that shit.
and asking her why the hell was she still lying about this kind of stuff.
Oh, so they've talked about it.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was not the first time they talked about her lying about their kids. She stormed out, but texted me later that night and asked why I'd humiliate her when all she'd ever tried to do was help me get the kids the help they needed. But if that was how I wanted to treat her, then she said stop. So I guess it's a double win for me.
Wow.
No one needs help in this situation but you, baby girl. Like you need to see somebody, because there's some complex going on in that murky head of yours that you need to see somebody and get some help for that.
Yeah. It's hard to tell if she's insecure herself or if she's insecure about her kids. It's probably a mix of both. But like, I don't know. Like I said, kids develop differently. It's fine if your kids are a little behind. Also wild to, I don't know. It's wild to go behind your sister's back to report their kids. That's crazy.
Again, yeah. My whole belief is just like, mind your own fucking business. Like,
Right.
truly, her kids are not your problem unless you see signs of like abuse or something obviously wrong. But like developmental is, like Josh said, everyone is at their own pace.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And the thing is, they're not even at a slow pace. No. They're on track.
Right. And you know how sad that is for the actual kids who are like being put up in such a pedestal, and now they're in some unobtainable perch, and to be like, hey, why can't you perform like this? Your mom said you're the smartest kid in the fucking world, and now
I thought you could dunk right now. It's like
there's so much
7-year-old.
pressure on that kid that now they're not. It's gonna be hard for them to live that down. So in reality, the mom is setting them up for failure doing all that shit.
I agree. And like to go off of Sean's point there, if you do truly have like concerns developmentally, have a conversation. Be like, hey, I worry your kids are maybe like falling behind. And then if the mom tells you to shut the fuck up, you just shut the fuck up and don't even worry about it because it's not your kids. But that's what you do. You have a conversation with family before you.
This just gives me, I know me and Sean were talking about like Abbott Elementary, and it just reminds me of the episode where one of the teachers kind of reached to one of the parents saying like, hey, I think your kid is kind of lying about reading all these books.
This is just like that episode.
Yeah, so I mean, I was like, maybe they have some issues, but the parents were like adamant, saying like, oh, there's nothing wrong with my kid, blah blah. But you're signing off that they read all these much, like that's kind of not possible. So there's situations where like a little intervention is good, but it has to be in an approach where it's like ethical was the word I was going to use, but that's
coming from a loving place.
Respectful, in a loving place where the concern is genuine and not someone not in just a game of one-upsmanship. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, I just started Abbott's Elementary.
So good.
Yeah, it's pretty great so far. Have you guys watched The Last of Us?
Yes.
I haven't started yet.
Oh man, episode 3 hit me.
I just beat the game again, so now I'm gonna rewatch everything. So just catch like
the Easter eggs. Different. Yeah. Oh man, it's such a great show.
I was happy about Bill because I love Ron. Oh, I call him Ron Swanson. I can never call him by his real name, Nick Offerman. But,
yeah. He's such a great actor.
Oh my God, Bill! It's Ron.
I know, because he came out with the mask on and then he took it off, and I was like, oh shit. Oh, what a great episode! I was tearing up on that one. That was a tough watch.
It's so good. Pablo Pascal is just amazing.
Oh, goddamn. Anyway, sorry, Sean.
Pablo? Isn't it Pedro?
Pedro,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's racist.
Racist guy over here.
I never get to say that.
You have no right to say that, okay?
Fair enough.
You're bad.
I'm the whitest.
I got it, Josh. I'll take it from here.
Thanks,
That's
Sean.
fucking racist, John. All right, let's hop into our last story before this day in history. This is Today I Fucked Up by yours truly. Here we go. Well, I didn't write it, but I
was going to say, you fucked up?
Did you fuck up?
Yeah. Today I fucked up by being intimate with a medium. That would be the least of my worries if I did this type of thing. Yeah.
Fancy kicks the door down.
Yeah,
you did what?
What the fuck did you just do? No, I did not write this. I found this. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
a medium, but you're small.
Impossible. I'm micro. All right, here we go. Last night, I, 28 male, managed to convince an attractive girl, 25, to come home with me. It was the end result of a successful first date. Well, successful-ish. As soon as the two of us were naked in bed, she froze and asked if I lost a loved one recently.
Oh no!
The question caught me off guard because my face was buried in between her legs at the time. So you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
I didn't answer at first, but she asked again. The second time, she literally made me stop going down so I could respond. For the record, she did mention that she had this sixth sense when we were getting to know each other, but we never discussed it in detail. To answer her question, I said, yes, my grandma passed away not so long ago. My date nodded her head and said she sensed my grandma's presence.
No.
Oh no, Mima.
Not in bed. Not when you're in her legs. Oh no.
Oh, not that headstone.
I said I didn't believe in ghosts and continued to do what I was doing.
Hey, my man, let's go. Fuck the distraction.
Dedicated to his craft. We love to hear it.
Hey, Sean, baby, let's go.
My date proceeded to say that my grandma had a message for me.
Oh no. No. No.
Did you forget to take out the trash, Billy?
At this exact moment, I was doing everything I possibly could in the eating department to distract my date from talking about my dead. To distract my date from talking about my dead grandmother. But sadly, my oral game did nothing to prevent her from telling me that my grandma wanted me to forgive my brother.
Oh my God.
I immediately stopped what I was doing and asked my date what she meant by that.
What do you mean by that?
A few years ago, my brother hooked up with my then girlfriend, now ex.
You hooked up with my grandma.
Oh, no. That's your sick mind, John.
Yeah, you are sick, John.
That's your sick mind.
I was like, no, where is this going?
No. My brother hooked up with my then girlfriend, now ex, and I hated him afterwards, and our relationship became basically non-existent. I never shared that information with anyone, let alone with the girl that I just met. But somehow she knew. When I asked my date how she knew that, she said my grandma. She knew my grandma's name, which was another detail I never shared. As my skepticism began to fade, I then asked if my grandma could actually see what we were doing.
Oh no.
Why ask? She said yes.
Oh.
My penis automatically disabled its erection function and shrunk in shame.
He said his dick needed life alert.
My dick has been soft ever since.
Libido's as dead as his grandma.
Oh,
Josh.
Oh, absolutely.
R.I.P. Mima. I'm deceived by that comment, by the way.
Oh my God.
Sorry, John was ramping it up. I had to throw one in there.
Yeah. Keep going.
Sex was no longer possible for me when I imagined my ghost granny not only watching me during sex, but also feeding my partner sensitive information about me from beyond the grave. I didn't sleep that night at all. My first proper date of the year, and I get fucking haunted during sex.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a plot twist where it was like the brother paid her to go sleep with him.
That would be insane.
This is just a dead ass medium.
That is.
This was posted 2 days ago, so maybe there is.
No, she's alive.
Yeah, she's alive though.
Oh, twist is she's dead. Bruce Willis style. She's dead
got
this
twist
whole
from
time.
the grave.
He's having sex with a ghost?
Yeah, that'd be a good story.
Fuck is this? Demi Moore and what's his name? Patrick Swayze making a clay
Oh,
pot.
and making pottery?
Yeah,
pottery. Yeah.
I said Bruce Willis. Is he in that movie?
He's in The Sixth Sense.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. I see
Yeah,
dead
yeah.
people. Yeah, wrong
Yeah,
one.
I see
My
that.
bad.
But similar.
We're mixing all our movies up.
We are. My
the
bad.
she
That
was
is-
dead the whole time is The Sixth Sense plot twist. So, you know, you're on
Yes.
you're
Okay.
on the right
Yeah.
track.
That's. I was going there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is crazy and seems a little bit too unbelievable, but
Nah, I believe in mediums. That should be real.
okay. I mean, I don't, but
I'm all about that.
You
spooky
just
shit.
wait until Sienna finds a secret power and starts asking you questions.
but Sienna knows me, so if she started spouting off about something, I'd be like, "Why? What are you doing?"
I've told
Stop
you this, Sienna. Great job, whoever found that. Oh, me. All right, so
Wow.
You're full of yourself.
gotta give a pat on the back to my hero, me. But yeah, that's the last story. Let's get into this day in history, written by the amazing Underbaki.
Amazing Underbaki.
That's her name. That's her show name.
Oh, I didn't even say her first name. That's her superhero name.
The amazing Underbaki. That's her.
Alex, host of the Weird Distractions podcast, also known as the amazing Underbaki.
You know what? We gave her a shout out last Monday. We gotta give her some shit now.
I mean, shit, you're calling her amazing still.
Yes.
Even our shit talking is complimentary.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that time again, Wikimaniacs. We're turning the clocks back with our weekly segment, This Day in History. The historical series allows us to time travel through time to learn more about what happened on this day throughout history. And we get to use our other favorite website, Wikipedia, along with some other resources, of course. This week, we're taking things back to the United Kingdom in 1542. Catherine Howard married perhaps who she thought was her soulmate, King Henry VIII, on July 28th of 1540. He was nearly 50 years old and she was a teenager. If you're throwing up in your mouth, then just know you're not alone. Age gap aside, the marriage was celebrated at first, but if you know anything about King Henry VIII, you know his marriages were not meant to last, especially considering Catherine was Henry's 5th wife. The marriage seemed to be strained shortly after the wedding bell stopped ringing, as accounts claim that by the time he married Catherine, Henry was suffering from ill health. Due to his health, the two never had children, which, for the time, was considered abnormal since many folks seemed to be pumping babies out quite frequently. Accounts claim that Catherine may have had a little sneaky link within the castle. Ooh. Allegedly, it was with Henry's favorite male courtier, Thomas Culpeper, a young man who was more than likely closer to her age than her husband. Catherine and Thomas would rendezvous in secret around the castle, with some of the staff knowing and using it to get favors out of Catherine. Talk about drama. And probably the early writings of some kind of Housewives series. Could you imagine? Housewives of London Castle? I don't know what castle they stayed at, but it would be juicy. Catherine and Thomas's love would be discovered via a love letter found in her handwriting, and the breakdown of Henry and Catherine began to happen like wildfire. She had her title stripped. She was forced to return her wedding ring, charged with adultery, imprisoned, and, unfortunately, given a death sentence. Some of Catherine's relatives were arrested, tried, and found guilty of concealing treason, and they were sentenced to life imprisonment. On February 13th of 1542, Catherine's execution day had arrived. She had been taken to the infamous Tower of London just 3 days prior. She reportedly asked for her family to be spared. However, I do not believe they were freed afterwards. Catherine was then beheaded with the executioner's axe before being buried in an unmarked grave in the nearby chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula. Although it's uncertain, Catherine may have only been 18 years old when she was executed, meaning she was 16 when she married a 50-year-old. Gross. Anyways, Henry went on to marry his sixth and final wife, Catherine Parr, a year after Catherine Howard's execution. This man loves a Catherine. Henry would pass away at the age of 55 on January 27th of 1547 due to his bad health. with resources claiming it was due to a history of obesity. Uh-oh, me? That's not good. Oh, and that is a very short history lesson surrounding the 1542 death of Queen Catherine Howard. Let us know if you've enjoyed today's segment over on our social media accounts or over on the Cultivate Discord. Lots of people over there discussing episodes. We'd love to have you share your thoughts as well. But anyways, today's This Day in History segment, it wouldn't have been made possible without the following resources: Wikipedia and History Royal Places website. Also, without the amazing Underbaki. We're dropping Alex, actually. It's just the amazing Underbaki. It's her superhero writer name. I'm just kidding. I fucked up on the lead into this, and I tried to cover my ass, but no, she deserves Alex. She deserves her full name. So Alex Underbaki, thank you so much for writing another banger of a This Day in History. And if you love the writing, tell you what, you'll love Alex's podcast, Weird Distractions. It's a great podcast, another member of the Cultivate Podcast Network. You should definitely check that out. And This Day in History would not be complete without thanking all of the patrons. Shout out to Josh and Midscore, who gave me shit for not knowing how to work Patreon. I gave the wrong number, so they've taught me how to do it correctly. So shout out all 237 patrons. You know, not as huge as 270, whatever I said last time, but you know, truly anything more than one is crazy. So let's give y'all a shout out. Here we go. We got Zoe, Aber, Kakern, Jin, Tej, Moody Tacos, Vicky, Ling, Faith, Sammy, B So Happy, Jen, Isabel, Mama Deeb, Pikaya, Sarah, Aka the Rut, Christine, Alex, Morgan, Teresa, Sarah, Ishia, Alexa, Carolina, Tamsin, Sarah, Sen, Maddie, Jojo and Tejas, Jasenia, Bree, Purple DC Bones, Michael, Philip, Melissa, B, Shannon, Kira, Emily Taylor, Is Means Biz, Little 5128, Sygard, Ashley, Robert, Sam, Lindsay, Audrey, Nick, Nathamy, Karadem, Riker, Stephanie, Jackie, Jessica, Olga, Mackenzie, Technicolor Kitty, Sabrina, Lily, Pandemonium, the Cat, aka Ashley, Jenny, April, Rachel, Tracy, Flossie, Savannah, Maria, Midscore, Mrs. Christine, E2, Anastasia, Ashley, Antoinette, Taylor, Tara, Jessica, Bear, Sarah Bird, Mina, Sophia, Will, J. Rich, Mitzi, Cow, Witty Kitty, Dr. Doonan, Annie, Stevie, Meg Mystery, Sierra, Charisse, Hyphen, Dia, Shell, Olivia, Taylor, Lee, Alexis, Unicorn Candy. Thank you for all of the fan art, Unicorn Candy. Thank you so much. Anyways, Bex, Graceful Duck 22, Phoebe, Judith, Roxy, Emily, Ileana, Asgear, Thor, Johnson, love that, Patty, Likachu, Nikita, Casey, Jenna, Issa Thunderpoop, Tabitha, Victoria, Jordan, Jory, Elizabeth, Chelsea, Leslie, Alan, shout out Alan, what's up my guy, June, D, Nate, Casey, Lanny, Indira, Alexandria, Iona, Karen, Alyssa, Rebecca, Brittany, Siddhartha, Lillian, Sunnylicious Supreme, Majorie, Alyssa, Carol, Sherry, Julia, Tegan, Linnea, Witty Metaphor, Sarah, Karina, Elena, Kite, A Velvet Mole, Caitlin, Kelsey, Andrea, Jillian, Aaron, Kawina, Renee, Appeline, Rhonda, Stephanie, Queenie's Den, Christine, Juice Machine, Carolyn, Rihanna, Maria, Elena, Neen, Amanda, Shirtless Josh Stan, Allie, Ashley, Cicely, Haley, Brittany Berry, Little Rossi, Aurori, Saskia, Andy, Sky, Lusa, Lini, Amber, MF, Noah, Itzel, Nelly, Ashley, Sasha, Zenthalo, Alex, Caitlin, Casey, Ringo, Paula, Dan, Rochelle, Carrie Berry, Lafayette, E. Katerina, Jen, Elizabeth, The Quirky Ferret, Carter, Amber, Dominique, Marine, Tiffany, Risa, Kieran, Drella, your girl Diana, Catherine, Diana, Lena, Nia, Eli, Jenna, Crystal, Danielle, Michelle, Alexis, Jasmine, Miss Doolittle Crew, Mary Ann, Sarah P, Free Gnomes, Susan, Phantom Fox 98, Dan, Is Spooky Tales, Blue Raina, Katie, Ileana, Micah, Valentina, Alex, Taru, Aaron, Gabby, Linz, and Vina. Thank you guys so much for your continued patronage. It truly means a lot to us. The show would not be made possible without all of your help. Love you. Let's get back to the rest of this episode, right? And we are back. You know, ever since we made the change, this is where we give a shout out to all the comments that we've gotten, all the lovely comments, interactions that we've received from you guys. But before we do that, before I hand it over to Josh and John, when I was looking up stories on our subreddit, there were just too many submissions of does this guy fuck? So I gotta give a shout out. I gotta read some of these.
Absolutely. You still have to come up with a game show idea for this. Somehow make it a game.
I came up with one, and it's a card game, but I guess could be a game show. And it's I don't want to go too in detail. Somebody might steal the idea, but yeah, we'll talk off mic.
Yes,
I'm excited to hear this.
I got to give a shout out to some of the ones I found that made me laugh on our subreddit. So this is from Twisted Humans. They titled it, does this guy fuck? Or does he fuck or does he not fuck?
That's what I say because I'm an idiot and I forget what it's called all the time.
You always get that shit wrong.
I know.
That's
I
fair.
get today in history wrong too. It's this day in history. I always call it today in history. God.
It's fine. It's fine. There's a lot on your shoulders, Josh. I don't blame you at all.
Oh, thanks.
Being
man.
the white CEO that you are, you got a lot.
There it is. There's the compliment.
I mean, yeah, you didn't experience any hardships throughout your life, so we gotta
Jesus Christ. I didn't go that. Josh has seen some shit.
I saw someone define it as being white is playing life on easy mode.
Dude, have you seen the South Park? There's a South Park video game that came out like a decade ago.
Yeah.
And they were like the difficulty. And like if you choose black, it was like, this doesn't affect gameplay, but it does make your life significantly harder in the game. And then all the comments were like, actually sad, but true.
This
is this the RPG game?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it
Stick of Truth?
Oh, Stick of Truth. Okay.
Yeah. Or the other one too, but I think they were both same. But
something Fracture, right? Forgot.
Yes.
What it was.
Yeah.
I have that on my Steam and I never played it.
Great games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. I'm gonna play it.
I mean, obviously it's the South Park humor, so
yeah.
If you don't like South Park, don't play. Okay, so this is just a Twitter photo of a guy who tweeted this. Should we out them? The name is just out there in the open.
They tweeted it.
They tweeted it. You know,
Public
you're right.
domain.
At William Marvel.
Okay.
Quote, any woman that I want to marry must first of all stay with my mom for 6 months to a year so that my mom can train her and let her know how to take care of me properly. Does this guy fuck?
No.
His mom, maybe.
We talk about this in a future episode, but MILF Manor is a show. And I feel like William Marvel should audition, I think.
He could be on that show.
Let your mama feel your abs, William Manor.
Oh man, I hate that.
So wrong.
I hate men who can't grow up and learn that they don't need a mom figure in their life for the rest of their life.
Your wife is not your mother.
Correct.
She's not there to take care of you. You're a grown man. Take care of yourself. This is
Dude.
It's insane how many times we have to say things like that.
And it's getting worse, I think.
The further we get into this podcast, the more cynical we get.
Maybe we should do reverse psychology on these guys.
Maybe.
Oh, you need a mom? Yeah, absolutely. You need a mommy figure. Take care of you. Kiss your boo-boos.
These beta males told me to get with my mom, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be independent and treat women right. Fuck these beta podcasters.
We've unlocked the key.
Yes, with their jobs.
What if Andrew Tate was an experiment to try that, and then he was like, "Oh no, I've gone too far. Oh no, I'm in this. I am this.
I'm arrested."
Yeah, I'm arrested." He's still in jail, right? He's still gone
but his
and
brother.
safe. We're safe from him. Good.
Yes.
For now.
All right. Moving on. Speaking of Andrew Tate, another does this guy fuck?
Okay.
So surprisingly, this guy doesn't, it's not I don't know if this was meant to be a this guy fuck or not, but I feel like it fits. So
there's an actual question here.
yeah, he may or may not.
Okay.
But I feel like pretty quickly you're going to be like, no. All right, here we go. Title. Axe body spray is actually a good alternative to taking showers.
Oh
no.
no.
Oh no. This gives me 8th grade vibes again. But everyone
Yeah.
smelled like fucking axe and
For
ass.
sure. Axe and ass is
Must-
accurate.
Musty as fuck.
I thought they were gonna be like Axe actually smells good, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Some Axe smells, they're pretty good. They're not bad. Not to take out soap out of your equation, your daily routine. That's crazy.
Here it goes. Oh, and again, this is from Wikimaniac. Thanos was right 96.
Oh, we've had them quite a few
right.
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what difference does it make?
Everything.
Oh, God. You still smell good either way, but dousing some Axe body spray on is so much faster and lasts just as long if you use enough. I know you need shampoo, but you can use dry shampoo and be done with it too.
Lord.
Lord. Dry shampoo is legit.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
yeah,
be
yeah.
Anywhere near you, my guy. I don't know. I'll social distance your ass from like 100 miles away.
I will say this: you don't need to shampoo every day.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh,
It's
Shots
recommended
of
you
Thoughts
don't.
episode, right?
Yeah. Oh,
John?
wow. Thank you, John.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're welcome. I
Thank you.
remembered.
I strongly prefer Axe body spray to taking a shower. And I've gone as long as 62 days without taking one, and nobody said anything.
Because no one wants to be near you. That's why.
As long as I use enough Axe before going out, I'm fine. I honestly think we waste too much time taking showers.
I could agree with that. Maybe.
It
Does this guy fuck?
No, and selfishly, I have heard the story already and read it on the subreddit, and I did comment and I asked the question: am I the axhole?
God damn you. Absolutely fuck you.
You are the axhole, John. Yeah, that like I don't know. I'm torn because I'm like, you know, some people just smell less than others. There are people that just don't have BO, so maybe it is okay for him.
I'm
But
just thinking after like shit. It sucks.
me too. I'm a very sweaty
a lot.
person, so I have to
used
shower.
I used to not smell at all until I got morbidly obese. But back in my fitter days,
Yeah, that's probably my problem too.
back in my fitter days, like I used to dance and do taekwondo and blah 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 all the time. I sweat a shit ton. I sweat a lot, very rapidly, and I never, I even had people be like, "You're lying. You think you don't smell, but you smell." And then they smelled me, and they were like, "Actually, nothing."
Yeah.
Actually.
No. But yeah, that does happen sometimes. I did
Yeah.
gain a little bit of weight and stopped working out. So I do
it's a
smell a
diet.
little bit.
So, I mean, it could work for this person. Who knows? But to make a wild proclamation to be like, everyone should just stop showering is
Dude.
wild.
It's crazy that he equates shower to smell. Like that
Yeah.
they do play a factor, but shower is like legit cleaning your body. Axe
Getting
body
the-
spray is just a scent on top
Yes.
of your
Yes.
filth.
Yes.
You're not cleaning. 62 days is pretty wild.
Yeah.
62 days.
That's just
You got-
personal
you got that-
hygiene.
And it sounds like he's not even getting in the water. You know what I mean?
No.
Like at least
on
some
the dark spots.
at least some dirty people that, I've seen TikToks of guys being like, yeah, the water washes me. Gross. Not true. The water does not wash you. But at least
It's
at
better
the
than nothing.
At the very least, they're getting in the shower. This guy is
Yeah.
straight up waking up, Axe, dry
Axe.
shampoo, out. Crazy.
He got that cast iron seasoning in his body, bro. Like this was seasoned to the
Dude.
core.
So here's why I say he does not fuck. There's no way anybody would get close to you could.
Oh, imagine the dick
There's
stink.
no way. The dick
Imagine.
stink is
The
crazy.
duck butter is insane.
Oh, God.
no. Yeah, there's no
62
way.
days. You
62
are
days
just-
is crazy.
You are not doing well down there, my guy.
There was a time where I wasn't doing the military stuff and I didn't shower for like 6-7 days because we couldn't.
Yeah.
I felt the
yeah.
nastiest in my life.
That's the grossest.
that's-
You ever
and
feel camping? Like, same
Yeah,
thing.
camping.
And
like
that's
3 or
freaking
4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's freaking I fucking wipe my whole body with wipes and I'm just I feel so dirty right now. I
But
feel
even-
disgusting.
But even camp, that would be gross because I was like, even camping, I jump in the lake and you kind of rinse off. It's not the same as you said, Sean, but it's at least you feel a little bit cleaner.
You're at least doing something, it feels like.
yeah. Oh man.
The
That is-
complete dry bathe is so wild.
Insane.
I just roll around in
not
dirt.
even technically a bathe. It's just scent.
Yeah.
But before we end this episode, Josh, do you have any comments, reviews that you'd like to bring to light?
You know what? I'll take this one today.
Oh,
If you
okay.
don't mind, Josh.
Sure, go ahead.
You know, it's Sean's episode. Usually he hypes himself up, but you know what? I need me a fucking pick me up. So I'm going to hype myself up. So I'm going to read a couple reviews, baby.
Fuck me,
'cause
right?
I am depressed as shit.
Jesus.
So
I am living in Canada. We had the coldest day last week.
don't give a damn about your struggles, white man. It's the
I'm
brown
right
man
there.
talking.
Oh my God.
I was going to say, I'm right there with you, John, but I'm taking that back. You're a dick.
I'll take the reviews today. God damn it. I need me a pick me up.
Oh, he's
Okay.
taken from the white man.
Oh, I don't like when you say it, Josh. I don't like when you say it. No, sir. No, sir.
No, you stop that, Josh. All right. This one
I
is
was on your
titled.
side for so long, brother. Oh, man.
This one is titled Hilarious, and we got a 5-star. This is
Oh.
from Weedy Bye via Apple Podcasts. I love the different personalities and reactions the guys have. Specifically, though, I love John, especially
Ooh.
after learning he loves camembert and is lactose intolerant. John, if you're reading this, your voice is enchanting, and I love you. Respect to your wife. She's obviously amazing. Hashtag
Yes.
Stan. Hashtag John.
Wow.
Wow.
I got one fucking more.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
Okay.
I feel like
This-
when I hype myself up, I'm not so aggressive about
You
it.
aren't. Yeah.
It's
I'm
in a
aggressive.
much more joking manner, but I feel
I'm
like
aggressive
you're-
today.
Good God.
I had a bad day at work. I'm so stressed out, guys.
John's almost rubbing our faces in it.
Yes. And this one is from an Instagram comment from Miss Joanna, MSS Joanna. Just want to say I'm loving the podcast, guys. I just introduced my husband to it, and he's really enjoying it too. John is my favorite because 1, I'm not racist.
What the fuck?
I kind of know him already. And 3, I love a good pun. Please put a picture of Kevin on your Insta feed because depriving us is uncool. Much love.
Sean, how does it feel to
You weren't
be?
included?
I don't like it.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
No inclusion for Sean.
Now we're in the same pool, Sean. We're in the same.
No.
No, you and me, same.
No. No.
Speaking of introducing it to your husband, I saw someone. I'm going to misquote this because I don't have it up, but
No, I know what you're talking about.
They were like- I tried to introduce this to my husband, and of course it would be the poop knife episode or whatever. And then it was like, now he's never going to listen again. Something
No,
like that.
I got it right here.
Okay,
And this one is
perfect.
from Neen from our now's the bad part where I come in. This one's from Neen from our Patreon comments. I was trying to get my fiance into this podcast since it's one of my faves. So naturally I started with the newest episode, and now he'll never listen again due to being scarred for life by the poop knife story. Men are so sensitive, as if he doesn't fart like a trumpet every day and take massive dumps, not naked. Sorry, not all Johns are alike, I guess. So our husband's name is John, and you don't poop naked. You're not one of us.
Exactly. I think I did pretty good recalling that one.
Yeah, it's
Not
pretty
bad.
on point.
But yeah, those were good comments, John. I mean, they were mostly,
About me.
Pumping
I need
yourself
I need
up,
the
but-
ego boost. Yes.
that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you need a pump up.
Yes.
Look at that. Josh has received 0 compliments this episode and is still graceful about John's aggressive stance to
In
end
fact,
this episode.
you guys have banned compliments towards me. You call people racist.
Truly, we are fucked up to Josh, guys. At the end of the day, we are mean to this guy. I
That's
apologize. The very next episode, I said it's okay to like Josh. You're not racist, but the joke was too good.
It's too there. It's there. It's there.
But yeah,
that's
that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for Friday, a very, very special episode.
Yes.
Very.
One of our best episodes, I would say.
Yeah.
It's dangerously good. So
Whoa, what a
Oh,
tease.
I do like that tease. I do
Pretty
like that
good.
tease.
But yeah, if you want to find more of this show or if you want to support this show, links are in the bio. I don't have to explain more. This is the end of the episode. You know how that shit works.
True.
We'll see you guys on Friday. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Compliment me more, damn it.
John fucking sucks. Now that we're off mic, we can say how we truly feel. That guy is fucking ass, right?
I agree, Sean.
Hey, you fucking white man, you don't say shit about me.
Oh, I mean, I don't have a say.
You don't.
Reparations, man.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.